You know, one of the great things about RealFlight 9 is the ability to fly airplanes that you don't have in your hangar, or something that maybe you didn't even kind of know you wanted, or something you just want to try out. And I think a great example of that is the new E-Flite EC-1500. It's an airplane that if somebody had asked me if I wanted this on my in my hangar, I probably would have been like, oh, I don't know. It's not an airplane I normally would pick. It's not a World War II fighter or bomber, and so it's not really on the top of my list. Well, and then you see the picture of it come out, and you're like, you know, that thing's actually kind of cool. And then you start seeing some flight videos of it, and you're like, man, this thing is really cool. Well, now I'm going to try this thing out in RealFlight 9, and I have not flown it in here yet. So we're going to give this thing a shot. It's an airplane that every time I look at it, I get more and more impressed with it. So I want to try it out here in the simulator, and I want to see how well this thing goes. So it's twin brushless engines. You got those awesome 5-bladed props out there. It's got a cargo hatch that opens and closes. We'll demo that here in a low pass in just a second. So let's go ahead and get this thing in the air. All right, so we do a control surface check. Everything checks out just fine. Oh man, this thing is, whoa! It's this is a quick fighter. This is okay. I had safe select on there. Explains why I was a little sluggish on the controls. This thing is fast. I tell you, for a cargo plane, it does not fly like a cargo plane. Let's bring it down here. Here we go. This thing is pretty sweet. All right, bringing it down, bringing it down. Let's bring it in for a nice low pass here, and let's hit that. Oh, look at that. Cargo door open. You will not find a full-scale cargo plane to be able to be that maneuverable. And I guess that's one thing that's kind of cool about the EC-1500 here. It's actually a pretty versatile airplane. For people like me who want to fly nice, slow scale flight, it does that. If you want to fly aerobatics, 3D type flying, it will do that. You want overpowered twin-engine airplane, sport plane, it will do that as well. You can add skis, you can add floats. It's all weather capable, all condition capable. Look at that. There's no way that that is something scale at all. But I tell you, the airplane does it without any problem at all. It's got gobs of power in this simulation. It sounds pretty cool. Look at that. All right. And it's got safe select from the factory if you get the bind and fly version. Of course, you could simulate that in the in RealFlight 9 as I did on my takeoff. I didn't realize it was still on. So, all right. So let's kind of do maybe a scale approach here. Bring the power down. Boy, look at that. Isn't that cool? Now, it does not have retractable landing gear, which normally I would say, oh man, I wish it had retracts. But you know what? Given that it's pretty much all surface capable, and how the real EC-1500 doesn't have full retract, especially on the mains, it doesn't look that bad at all. It was something that once you see the airplane, you see it in flight, and you realize the capability of it, it doesn't bother me one bit that the gear are stuck down at all. Now, a World War II fighter looks absolutely silly with the gear stuck down, but this does not look silly at all. I think it looks kind of cool. Let's get that hatch back down again. There we go. That is cool. Alright, so let's bring it around. We'll do a low pass here. The airplane is actually really easy to do, really easy to fly. I don't think this thing, for a twin, you need any advanced flight skill at all, at least based on how the simulator goes. This thing is, if you could fly a trainer, you could probably fly this thing. It's got enough horsepower that if you get yourself in trouble, you just mash the power on and you're out of there. Let's bring it in for a nice slow pass, shall we? Come on, full, whoa! Okay, there's full flaps. We're gonna really slow this thing down. Touch and go. That was very rough, by the way. I had way too much power for the flaps. Let's bring it around and try that again, shall we? Alright. Yeah, that takeoff I did was with the flaps full up. So let's try to really bring it down and really bring it slow, shall we? Here we go. Nice slow pass. Coming in. Cargo hatch open. Let's drop some supplies off here. Flaps up. Hatch up, and let's pull out of there. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and bring it in for a landing. Like I said, the EC-1500 was not on my list originally as an airplane, but I tell you, the more and more I look at it, the more I see videos of it online, the flight reports of it, and being able to fly this thing in the simulator, I tell you what, this thing's got me more and more and more interested every single time. All right, here we go. 1 notch of flaps, 2 notches of flaps. Let's bring her on in. Not the best landing in the world, but hey, you know what? For first time flying it, not too bad. And of course, I'll tell you what, shooting a video and talking at the same time, it kind of affects your flying a little bit. Why don't we do a full flap takeoff once, just to kind of see how well it does here. Kind of a short field takeoff. I'm just going to turn around a little bit here. Okay, ready? Here we go. Full power. Boom! That thing gets up in the air really quick. Alright, let's see if we can make that landing a little bit better. Yeah, there's no doubt that if you fly off a grass strip and you want an all-surface capable airplane, this thing will definitely do it. If you fly in the winter and you're looking for something to fly in the snow, this thing will do that too. And I'll tell you, with the addition of floats on here, this thing will fly off anything. All right, do a short field approach. Here we go. Bringing it in. Very cool airplane. Awesome job, E-Flite on this one. Awesome job, RealFlight 9 on putting this thing in the simulator to give me a shot to try it out. And I'll tell you what, it's a very cool looking airplane, and one that I've definitely got my eye on now after spending some time with it.